Hello everybody, welcome to Wizard of Photoshop. Today we will be going over some of the basic tools you will need throughout your entire Photoshop experience. So, let's get to it. So when you first open up Photoshop, you're presented with this nice clean experience. You got your toolbox on your left hand side, your layers on your right hand side, and in the top right corner you have your color picker. Now today I'm going to be showing you only the important tools that you'll need to get started with Photoshop. I won't be going over all of them, but at some point in these tutorials I'll be showing you pretty much all of them. So to get started, I'm going to open up an image that I took in Vietnam about a week ago, and let's just start off with using the rectangle tool. So basically what the rectangle tool allows you to do is draw a rectangle onto your image. Great for filling things in that you don't want in your image. So that's really all it is. You can also change the color of the rectangle and whatnot. Yeah, so that's basically the rectangle tool. Very simple, easy to use. We also have the text tool, so you can type some text onto your image. So as you can see, I wrote Vietnam, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the font and change the color to black, and there we go. Now we have some text in our image. We also have the paint bucket. The paint bucket tool is great for filling things in. So I'm going to select rectangle 1, which is this blue rectangle right here, and we're going to click on it to rasterize it. I'm going to click OK, and now what I'm going to do is I am going to repaint it to the color yellow. Alright, now what this paint bucket will do is it will fill in the entire layer with that color. That's basically all the paint bucket tool will do. Very, very useful. And now we have the eraser tool, and we all know what an eraser does. It erases things. So as you can see, as I'm erasing this rectangular layer, it is starting to show bits and pieces of the background again. So that is simply the eraser. We also have the paintbrush tool, which will allow me to paint things on the image. Now I'm going to select the background layer because I want to paint the motorcyclist pink. So let's paint him pink, and there we go. That's what the paintbrush will do. We also have the eyedropper tool. So let's just say I also want to paint the biker blue, or actually, you know what? I want to paint him brown. Okay, so let's just take a brown piece of color from this tree here, and now that we got the brown color from the tree, let's go back to our paintbrush tool and let's paint the biker brown. There we go. That's what the paintbrush tool will do if you use the eyedropper tool along with it. We also have the cropping tool, which essentially allows you to crop your image just like so. So if you want to cut out those trees in the background there, boom, just crop it out. Or if you're that kind of guy that's trying to create a wallpaper for their desktop on their computer and they want it to fit their 1080p screen, type in 1920 by 1080 and then crop the image the way you want to crop it, and it will fit that aspect ratio of your display. And then when you set that beautiful image as your wallpaper, it will fit your screen perfectly. We also have the Magic Wand tool, which is great for removing backgrounds, basically. So let's just say you're creating a logo, or you've taken an image from the internet, and it has a white background or a black background behind it, and all you want is really the main image. Well, you can make the background transparent by simply using this Magic Wand tool. So to do this, I'm going to select rectangle 1. Now what should happen when I select this rectangle is when I hit the delete button, the rectangle should go away, allowing my background to be seen again. So let's hit delete, and boom. Now I can see most of my background again. There's still some bits and pieces of the yellow layer there, but no worries. We can clean that up using our selector tool. Because the rectangle 1 layer is still selected, it won't interfere with this background at all. It's only going to mess with whatever I created with rectangle 1. So I selected my rectangular marquee tool, and I like to call this tool the selector tool. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up this yellow stuff here by selecting it and hitting delete. And now I've cleaned that part of my image up, and now it looks beautiful again. So again, the selector tool and the Magic Wand tool are very, very useful when it comes to making logos or taking away a background image and making it transparent, which I will show you in a later tutorial. And then we also have the move tool. So moving things allows you to move things. I mean, it's that simple. So I selected my Vietnam text layer, which is right here, and now using the move tool I can just move it around. Let's just put this in the corner here just to make it look nice. And that's what the move tool does. Very, very simple. So those are some of the basic tools you will need to know before starting your Photoshop experience. So I would say open up Photoshop, open up a random photo of yours, make sure you make a copy of it too, and just start playing around with the tools I just showed you today, because it's going to help you a lot when it comes to editing your photos in the future. So that is it for today. My name is Brandon from Wizard of Photoshop, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.